Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 17th. This week, we're going to just jump right in here and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. Let's see here, Capricorn. It's been an interesting week, is what I will say. So let's see here. Yeah, it's looking much better for you. Again, everybody has had kind of like a challenging time, and this card, you have cards wanting to fly out all over the place. So let's see. Enough babbling. You start off with this red crowned crane card. This card says loyalty. So part of me just feels like this is what you are looking for, is loyalty in general. I don't even think this is necessarily only talking about love, although I do feel like that is part of it with this energy. You have a lot of birds showing up here. You have this card, bird perched. You have the parrot as well. So that's kind of interesting. But I feel that you're looking for loyalty in something. The reason I say this also is Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. All three of those cards, this could be loyalty outside of love. It could be you wanting a job that's going to last for a long time. That can be, that can be loyalty, something that is you can build over a long period of time, and something that is loyal to you, something that provides for you for a long time. It could be in business as well, but I feel like you're kind of looking for more of that like long-term energy in your life. And we even see this in your first row. You have the Emperor, the Two of Pentacles. These two wanted to come out together. King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is the juice worth the squeeze, but it kind of ties in to that loyalty card, because it's like he's looking at those Seven Pentacles and he's like, if I keep, putting in my effort into these Pentacles, is it worth it? Am I still going to be able to get Seven Pentacles in the future, or are my Seven Pentacles even maybe going to be worth more in the future as well? And again, this is, I'm speaking in Pentacles, but this could be energy or time or effort or energy that you're putting into a relationship, a business, whatever. I feel like you want to know that, your energy is going to be more kind of like that it can be invested in something and it's going to grow over time, and that you're not going to lose it, which makes a lot of sense. Again, this could be, in love, it's like we want to know that if we're giving someone our best years, that they're going to be with us when we're older, right? There's no other way to say it. It might not be politically correct or whatever, but I don't claim to be politically correct either, right? But what I would say is that, I think we want to know that our investment of time, effort, and energy is going somewhere. Same thing with the King of Pentacles. To me, he is a card of kind of contentment. And he's also the card of the way things have always been done. And I feel for a lot of you, but really he's a card of stability, of great stability. And he's even kind of like standing on this bag right here of, it could be of money, pentacles, time, whatever. So I feel you kind of want to know that something is going to last. What I would say is that I kind of get this very serious energy off the Emperor and the Two of Pentacles. It's like, it's kind of like one of those hard things, I would say, for you, Capricorn, in this reading, because to me, this reading is kind of like saying that it's understandable that that you want to be serious, that you want to know that something is going somewhere. But the Two of Pentacles says, okay, the hard work is fine, but you also need some play. You need some fun. You need some entertainment. You need to something needs to be enjoyable. It can't just be serious. It's like, I've done a lot of readings for people who have been hurt many times in love, totally understand, but then they're like, they have this list of things that the next person has to do to be with them. And I was like, well, that's not, number one, you're pushing people away at that point. Number two, that's not really fair to someone new. To have this crazy ass list of things that a person has to do to be with you. It's like, if you are also willing to live up to the same standard, that's fine. But it's like, don't punish future people for past people's mistakes. Because in that way, you're just pushing old energy onto that new person. And so what I would say here is like, that's where the fun comes in. It's like, I feel like the Emperor is kind of like saying it's okay to set certain standards in love, in business, or whatever, maybe because of past experiences. But the Two of Pentacles says, don't forget that it's like, this goes both ways, you know? It's like, there's this figure 8 on the Two of Pentacles. You get what you put out. So the Two of Pentacles says, make sure you're also making something fun. Make sure you're making something enjoyable, not just for the other person, but also for you as well. And, you know, that's what I'd say here. Like I said, I totally understand, like, not wanting to get hurt, but I think it's better, you know, if you are one of those people to say, I'm only going to put a certain amount of energy into this, and I'm going to wait till I get some energy back. If you get energy back, great, keep going. Give a little bit more. Wait for the other person to give more. Usually, I think in those situations, we end up in those situations where we start coming up with rules for future people when we've given too much. And, you know, again, I find that us spiritual people, we typically do give too much, right? We give too much in situations, in especially relationships in the first place. But I feel like this is also talking about business as well. I think it's easy for Capricorn to get hurt in work or business because Capricorns are very hard workers. And so maybe you give too much, you put too much in, and you're not getting enough out. I would make sure that you're getting enough out. Next, you have this decedent card. It says, what does it say? Invitation. So I feel like you are being invited to a new house, basically. These are like these astrology cards, and I am really focused on this like long arrow kind of that's pointing in this direction to this circle right here. In a lot of ways, I feel like this is talking about progression. There is a progression card in this deck, but it's kind of popping into my head as you progressing, you making progress, you moving towards something new. You have the Knight of Cups, the Temperance card, and the Ten of Pentacles here. I do feel that there is something kind of romancing you at this time, Capricorn. I'm seeing it as romance, and I have the word romancing popping into my head with the Knight of Cups. It could be love. It doesn't have to be love. I feel for some of you, it's like something is just not really, I don't think something is really seducing you in. I think something is just catching your eye. Something is, kind of capturing your attention. It's weird because the Knight of Cups doesn't really represent that. It could in some ways, but intuitively, that's what I'm feeling. And next, you have the Temperance card. Exactly what I was saying. Temperance, number one, says be patient. It's like maybe you haven't had love in a while. It's like just saying slow things down, don't rush. But Temperance is like turning one thing into another. You can see that the Temperance angel is pouring water back and forth between these two cups. I feel like it's saying kind of like, if you're getting into a relationship, especially with this reading, which definitely looks possible, number one, you're going to have to change your old story, especially with the Four of Pentacles showing up here. But number two, I would just, be patient, put a little energy in, see if it gets returned back to you, and just kind of like go from there. I would definitely be very careful of your old story, the words that you're using. Too many birds showing up in your reading. You have this parrot spirit, which says someone will gossip about all your secrets. I don't like that. I don't think that's really what that's saying, number one. I do kind of get a warning over there. We'll talk about it in a minute. But I feel this is more saying that you need to like watch your words around relationships. Next, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is a card of success, abundance. It is also a card of contentment, happiness, fulfillment, pretty much everything. It's a card of building or leaving a legacy. So for those of you who are looking for love, this could be you building something like very significant, long-term love, permanent love relationship in your life with the Ten of Pentacles. For others, I feel like this could be just a lot of abundance coming in for you in work or business. There is like, there's like this thing going on here in your reading. It's more like intuitive. I see this as like a long road that exists in your life that you are on. This Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles is something that's built over time. It's like building or leaving a legacy. But like I said at the beginning of the reading, that's kind of where I'm going with this reading. It's like I feel like you're trying to build something more permanent in your life, something that's going to last for a long time. It could be a relationship, a business, could be everything. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want in your life. It's not just love. It's not just business. There's a family and money on this card. They're standing inside of a castle. It's like, everything that they could possibly imagine. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you're trying to build, that's what you are kind of trying to build in your life. Next, you have this bird perched. It says waiting for news, a package, or a letter. And then you have this parrot. It says someone will gossip about all your secrets. I definitely would be very, very careful with your words and who you tell what to at this time. I think it would be just a good time to not say anything about, your secrets to anyone in your life, period. I don't think this is talking about love. It's kind of weird because every single reading that I've done this week has had something weird going on, like in a bad way, like something about gossip or something about lying or something along those lines. So clearly it's like a collective energy. I think that it would just be a good week to make sure you're not gossiping at work, make sure you're not talking behind people's back. I would be very careful who you tell your secrets to, all that other stuff with this parrot. I think it's more of a warning. So, to me, warnings are just something we should pay attention to. We shouldn't be, crapping our pants about this card. We should just be saying, okay, I'm just going to watch my words. I'm just going to be careful. Again, this is not, as I always say, this is not Kim Kardashian tarot, right? This is not drama tarot. So, I don't want to create a bunch of drama here, but what I would say, just be careful who you tell what to. I would kind of keep some things close to your chest. I think this could actually be beneficial as well. It's like sometimes I think we are too free with sharing our valuable information. It's like maybe you have some valuable information at work. Maybe you have some valuable information in business. I feel like that card is saying it's valuable information. Don't just like give it away, right? Especially with that energy there. It reminds me, it's like I've known many people in my life, like my own brother. He worked for Microsoft, and it's like he was building, like he would just like build all this like software on the side for Microsoft for no reason, basically for free. And I used to yell at him all the time. I'd be like, you should be, number one, you should be either getting a raise or a promotion because they're not asking you to do this, and it's valuable to them as well. Like they would pay thousands and thousands of dollars to have like outside contractors do this stuff, right? So it's like I kind of see the reason I'm telling you this is because there could be like something like that in your life where it's like, it's like don't be giving something for free to your boss or to your business or anything like that. And this isn't a greedy thing. It's like if you're building something and you're not getting something for it, that is not an equal exchange of energy. Again, I always get comments from people who say like things like, oh, that's greedy to keep something to yourself. I'm like, no, it's not. It's like the universe is about give and take. It's like if you're not getting something for the energy you're creating, especially if it's creating value, then you're creating an imbalance in the force. Star Wars, right? It's like then you're creating an imbalance in the energy, which is not a good thing. So, that's what I feel with that, parrot energy, whatever you want to call it. You have the world, the Four of Pentacles. This Two of Cups flew out when I pulled the Four of Pentacles, so we're going to put those two together. And the Four of Cups. It's like, I feel like sighing on this Four of Cups, Capricorn. I don't know why. I feel like maybe you just need to let it out, right? Plain and simple. For others, I feel like you feel like you need more than you actually do. He is kind of got all these cups in front of him, but he's still thinking that he needs something else. This cup over here could be in his imagination. It might not exist. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. We don't really know. But it's like he's got these three cups in front of him. I feel like you are like more resourceful than you realize. I feel like you have more than you realize as well. With the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, I do feel like there's need for you to kind of like open up to new possibilities. I would be very careful with like the story you tell yourself as far as love is concerned, if you want love. Again, I understand some people don't want love, right? But if you want love, I would be telling yourself a different story with this energy. Again, I talk to people, a lot of people, and I always say, I always get comments from people who are always like, I always get cheated on. Everybody cheats, and everything else that you could possibly imagine. I'm like, well, look at your words. It's like the way that they talk about relationships and future relationships, it really kind of is, kind of paints a picture. So I always tell people, be very careful with your words and how you speak about relationships, because if you're speaking into the universe that you only experience cheaters, then guess what? You're only going to experience cheaters. So I would be very careful with your words. People always challenge me on it, and I always say, you know what? It's free. It is free for you to try this. It is free for you to change your words. So why not try it and see what happens and give it an honest effort? You have the world here as well. The world is an accomplishment, and what I would say here with the Two of Cups, if you're looking for love, this looks like new love to me. You're gonna have to get out into the world to find it, obviously, or you're gonna have to put yourself out there in some way. Yes, I understand some people are still locked down depending on where they are. The internet exists, right? It's not 1800s anymore. I would also say that there could be a person either coming in from a distance, Two of Cups with the world, or there's someone who's very different than your usual type. These two people are meant to look very different on the Three of Cups. They're meant to look like two totally different people, but they have the staff of Hermes between them. They can communicate on a very high level. So I feel for a lot of you that there could be like very solid communication coming in with a person. I wouldn't like, with that parrot spirit again, I wouldn't like spill your guts to a person right away. I would like, allow things to develop is what I feel like this is saying in love. Other than that, I feel like you could be accomplishing a goal with that World card in the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is coming up in the same row as this Ten of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups is like normally looking into that cup. He's dreaming of everything he wants. Ten of Pentacles. So I feel for some of you, it's like, are you going to have everything you want this week? Probably not. But, are you working towards it? Yes, absolutely. So this looks really good here, Capricorn. I would just watch your words, but other than that, looks really good. So thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, part 2 is linked up in the comments down below, so make sure to check that out. But thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.